Hello YouTube, Fuzzy Token here bringing you my Elemental Hero deck. I think it's pretty good, this format. First off you have 3 Alias, Gemini, Spark Target, and 1900 is pretty big this format. 3 Fire Hand and 3 Ice Hand, just because the hand engine is pretty freaking good. Floaters plus Destruction, really good. 2 Photon Thrashers. He's an extra beater, and you play him over Bubble Man just because you have too many normal summonable monsters that kind of clog in the hand at some points, so Bubble Man would found to be pretty dead. Thrasher is just better for your Exceed plays. And you can side Skill Drain fairly easily in this deck. Thrasher becomes really good on your Skill Drain because you just special summon in 21 beats. Then you have 2 Maxi. Everything special summons this format. And you want to stop stuff from going off. Then you play the 1 Gores. Gores I find particularly good this format just because a lot of people don't see it coming because it's been ages since anyone has played Gores, and I feel like Fire Fist and Mermail destroy Gores, but Mermail doesn't main all the heavy infantries anymore, and Fire Fist isn't really a deck anymore because Wolfbark's gone. So Gores I feel is pretty clutch. Comes in handy a lot. Rhoda, just for your searching, 2 E-calls. You don't need 3, because if you draw 1 Alias, that means 1 E-call is going to be dead in your deck. Kind of sucks. You have high consistency in the form of 3 Potted Dualities. Pretty much between the Potted Dualities and the E-calls and the Rhoda, you can search out anything you want. You have the 3 Miracle Fusion. These are your power plays. You don't just play these haphazardly. You have to hold these for when you're pressured or when you're going for game or whenever you need to make a big play. I wouldn't just play these for the willy-nilly-ness. Only play them when you need to play them. Then you have 3 Gemini Spark, easily one of the best cards in the deck. Can hit any card on the field plus its draw power. Just really freaking good. And if your opponent's bad and goes for like blind MSTs, you can Gemini Spark and get a free +1 out of it. Also you have Dark Hole. Established fields kind of suck, and this is really good against the Yugioh armors and stuff. Just because that card, because 19 defense is kind of hard for this deck to get over, just like with a normal summon. So Dark Hole is really good in that matchup. 3 MST because Backrow sucks. And then your traps, you just have Solemn Warning, Blackhorn, Torrential, Bottomless, Compulse. Hero Blast is pretty good. I like it just like against the hands. This deck kind of has a hard time against hands, but this can break them up. If this is your lone set and you can hit an Ice Hand with it, or if you have no monsters on the field and you can hit a Fire Hand with it, it's just a really easy way to break that loop. 2 Wiretap just because Solemn Warning. It sucks when your Miracle Fusion gets Solemn Warnings and then you're kind of fucked. Also, I hate back row, so Wiretap's amazing. And then 2 Phoenix Chain to round it off, just because it's a solid card. If anything, I would make one of the Phoenix Chains another Blackhorn of Heaven. And then for your extra deck, you have 2 Shining. He is by far like the best hero to go into, just because he can get your Alias back. It kind of sucks that 101 breaks his effect, but there's nothing you can really do about that. Nova Master, just because you can get more draw power in there. Don't really go into him too much. 2 Ab-Zero. This thing's a freaking monster. By far one of my favorite cards in the extra deck, and I go into it quite often. Diamond Dire. Whoop, out of order. Gaia, just because you play the Maxis, and his effect becomes relevant at some points. Sometimes I've gone for a game with him, but when they have a huge field, you can go Gaia, half everything. Or no, that's Great Tornado. No, he just halves one thing. But yeah, he's good. Diamond Dire Wolf, just to pop stuff. Heartland Draco. I like this just because 2k damage is a lot right now with Soul Charge going around, and nobody playing Upstart anymore. So Heartland Draco, you can just get like those random Heartland Dracos in there, and then just swing in for 2k per game. It's kind of a cheap way to win, but it happens. Arc, too good. Excalibur, too good. If you can hit them for 4K really early off the bat, that means that they're very limited on what they can do, because everybody plays at least the one solemn. So that's another 2,000 life points right there. That means Soul Charge becomes incredibly dead. So hitting him for high damage with this early on is incredibly good. Corn, it's really good, and I go into a lot against the hands just because it sends it to the graveyard instead of destroying, so they don't go off. Djinn, Dweller, Cowboy, Crazy Box, just because I do side skill drain, and Crazy Box is 3k beat under skill drain. If anything, I need an Exciton Knight, and either Maestroke or Diamond Direwolf come out for that. So yeah, that was the deck. Tell me what you think. If there's any improvements I can make. It does pretty well at locals, but I mean, again, that's only locals. But yeah, hope you subscribe and have a nice day.